I'm Hayden, and this is my husband, Aaron. We're on a mission to find the best vegan food in every country around the world. We're currently in Costa Rica, and today we're showing you what we eat on a typical weekday when we're not trying the local restaurants. Good morning, and welcome to What I Eat in a Day Costa Rica edition. Today we are starting our morning with a little bit of fruit, and I have some interesting fruit to start with. This is a carambola, otherwise known as a star fruit. I've never purchased this or cut it up myself, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing. It's a good way to start. And look, it makes a little star.
You're my star.
Oh, shower.
Star fruit. Yeah, no, that's sour.
And next up, we're gonna cut up the mango, which I always have a really hard time cutting, and hopefully they're ripe. I think they are. They're kind of squishy. Now I have a papaya. Not sure if it's ripe, but we're gonna find out. Definitely ripe. And I know that papaya seeds are supposed to be really good for you, but I've never just like eaten them, and I feel like if I throw them away, people on here are gonna freak out. It doesn't taste good. Oh, it's spicy. What? Oh my god. They're spicy. Why? Next up, we got pineapple, but I'm too friggin' lazy to use a regular pineapple. I picked one up at the grocery store, and like, I know better than to just buy a pineapple, because every time I try to cut into one, like, I either waited too long or it's not ripe or whatever. So I found these like already cored or already like chopped ones, so we're cheating a little on the pineapple. Okay, next up are bananas. Here's my plate of fruit. And I'm pretty sure there's no friggin' way I'm gonna be able to eat all of this if you want to see anything else that we eat today. So I guess I'll probably try to share with Aaron, but we'll do a little taste test. So first up, we got the mango, which was very ripe. Maybe almost too ripe, is that a thing? It kind of tastes a little alcohol-y. Maybe it started to ferment. I don't know. It tastes good though. The bananas are grown here. Really creamy. Tastes like a banana. Really ripe. Again, everything's really ripe. This is the like packaged pineapple. Get out. It's a little less ripe, but just not having to deal with the hassle of not having to deal with the hassle of like cutting up a full pineapple made it worth it. So we already showed you the star fruit. It's really sour. It starts off sour, and then it kind of tames down. And then we got this papaya. Perfectly ripe. It's got that really nice like base flavor, so it's like complete opposite of the star fruit. Anyway, everything's incredible. Super delicious. I'll probably share this with Aaron, but I had to make it look pretty for the gram. That's breakfast. It's like fermented mango. I don't know. Tastes like booze. Okay, it's a few hours later, and I'm getting a little hungry, and I'm a little jealous because earlier Aaron made himself some molletes, and I kind of haven't been stopped thinking about it since, so I'm gonna make my own. We fell in love with molletes when we lived in Mexico last year for 6 months. Basically, it's just beans on toast, and then you can top it with whatever you want. So we have these bag of beans, and they actually come, so these are red beans, like a kidney bean. They also have black beans, and they're refried, so it's already mixed, it's already made, it's already flavored. Super easy, you just put it in the microwave. We're lazy cooks over here. We've been carting around this nooch for a while, so I'm gonna use that. And then we just discovered here, whatever this jar of deliciousness is. It's called salsa, but it's not like what you would think salsa to be, like chopped up tomatoes. It's like a brown sauce. Basically, it's like a vegetable condiment is what they call it. It kind of reminds me, if I want to describe it, it would be like a combination between barbecue sauce and soy sauce. So like if you mix them together, or if like they had a baby and created something, it would be this stuff. So I bet it's going to be really good if I drizzle it on top of my molletes. So we're going to butter some toast. I'm gonna put it on a frying pan because we don't have a toaster, and then just slap some beans on it and avocado, call it a day. Super easy. Well, it certainly doesn't look pretty, that's for sure. It looks just like a big pile of browned shit, but it's gonna be freaking incredible. So here's my shit sandwich. Holy cow. Ooh, there's a lot happening. That sauce, whatever this salsa is, it's just got like tangy vibe to it, plus with the beans and the avo, like, My toast got a little soggy, but what are you gonna do? Really good. Super easy. Yeah. Shit sandy. You need a little snack?
Yeah,
afternoon snack?
I do. I would like a little afternoon snack. Thank you very much.
So we've come to learn that we're obsessed with plantain chips. And we got two different kinds. We're gonna show you.
One is the salditos. Saladitos. One is the saladitos, and that's like a lightly salted one. And then the other one is a maduritos. Maduritos? Yeah. And the other one's a maduritos, which is a little bit more ripe and should be a little bit more sweet. You can definitely tell the difference in coloring, and just, you know, one's a little bit more yellow and this one's a little bit more brown. So that one's definitely sweet. It's almost a little too sweet. It's says it doesn't have any sugar, but it almost tastes like it's been sugared a little bit. So I'm gonna try the salted one, which I'm sure is gonna be real salty now. That's my jam. I like salty treats though. You know, I'd rather have popcorn than candy. So I bet they'd actually be good together.
They do give me like a weird, like fishy vibe. I don't know what that's about. It gives me a weird little fishiness. Time for a snack. Midday snack.
Well, it's dinner time, and I don't know if you've seen this out there, but there's this trend on TikTok where they take a tortilla and they make a little slit in it, and then they put quadrants of different items in there and they fold it up into a sandwich. So we're gonna give that a try, because it looks interesting. It looks like it could be an incredible thing. Looks like we could easily mess it up. So let's give it a whirl. So our 4 quadrants that we're going to be putting together, the first one's going to be the Beyond Meat sausage patties. Our second one will be cheese, topped with a little bit of tortilla chips for some crunch, you know, with that texture. Our third quadrant is going to be rice, which we've already pre-made, and it's mixed with a little bit of seasoning in there to give that nice yellow color and that kind of more Mexican-y rice flavor. Our final quadrant will be frijoles rojos, or red beans. Cooking sausage, doing TikTok dances. First thing we gotta do is we have to cut a slice in the tortilla. First quadrant, we're gonna put beans. I think it's gonna be easier to fold that over because if it was rice, it would just go everywhere. I love beans. Next up, we're gonna try and put the rice. Next up is meat. All right. Final step is cheese, and we're gonna top it off with a little bit of crispy tortillas. I've already learned one lesson. Go smaller on the layers. The tortilla chips really added a lot of girth to the end there, and so it didn't quite fold properly, but it doesn't take long for this thing to thicken up pretty quickly. We're gonna start with the cheese side down. That way we get a nice grilled to perfection, like melty, gooey cheese. All right, now that we've cooked this, let's dive in. So overall, it reminds me a lot of Crunchwrap. You know, there's a nice melty, gooey cheese. The crunch of the tortilla strips is nice. Meat's cooked perfectly. That's probably where I'll get the most taste out of this. And then the beans and rice just makes it fantastic. Overall, good job, TikTok.
Oh.
Don't me when you put me on camera.
Thumbnail. Show you meat on top.
I'll show you meat on top. It almost reminds me of, like, you know, when you put a crunchy tortilla in between two tortillas.
It's a little hot. I'm away from the fan. It's like 80 degrees outside and we don't have AC here, so. And my glasses broke, so these are my backup pair. They don't stay on my face. It's a whole thing. Anyway,